Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. We are continuing our journey across the galaxy towards Sagittarius A star. We made our way past our halfway point a little while ago. This very dark galaxy, this very dark nebula right here, and we're continuing on towards Sagittarius A star, the big black hole at the center of the galaxy. I still have not decided whether we're going to continue on to Beagle Point after that. That will completely depend upon the audience that I have by the time that we get there. If there's enough people to justify putting in all that extra time, then we will definitely go. But, you know, it depends on views and mostly enough people letting me know that they actually want to go. I don't know. It depends. If the view, mostly if the views are enough to justify continuing on, then we'll go. But it isn't just about views; it's also about watch time. If people aren't actually watching the videos, well, then they're just clicking on it and being bored. And I'm not gonna waste my time on videos that nobody's gonna watch, right? That's the business aspect of doing YouTube. So, if you would like to go to Sagittarius A star, be sure to watch the videos as we continue. Be sure to watch them all the way through as we continue. Be sure to click that like button. Be sure to leave comments letting me know that you want to go. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that nobody's interested, and we will be done by the time we get to the center. So let's go ahead, stop here. We'll check the map real quick to see if anybody mapped this. Yeah, they kind of did, but they didn't seem to get everything. So let's check all of this here. That's going to be a gas giant of some description, but this one's low enough that we can check for some biological features. So what we got here? Boom. No features there. So we're just looking for biological features on these planets to see if maybe we can find... Our primary goal for this journey is exobiology. So if we can find planets that have biological features... Is he going to be behind the star somewhere? Where's this last one? I really hate it when it's like this. Is he here? Oh, it's the gas giant, because I'm dumb. It kind of helps to pay attention, right? Alright, off we go. Next system. So yeah, the kind of pattern that I'm following right now is jumping into a system, popping the discovery scanner, checking the map to see if anybody has already scanned the system to make it easy to find the biologics that we're looking for. And then if they haven't, as long as there's not more than like 10 or 15 planets in the system, we'll go ahead and stop and do a quick system scan to see if there's any biologics available. If there's a lot of systems only have like a couple of stars in it, or maybe they have like 30, 40 bodies in it, and I'm not going to sit there and sift my way through that many. So like this would be the upper limit. We'll go ahead and check the map, see if anybody's scanned anything here. No atmospheres, but because they clearly didn't scan everything. So let's go ahead, or you know, some of those might just be because they're really close to me and I'm instantly discovering them. Like, how far away is this guy? This guy is, where is the distance to me? Where's the distance? Does it give me distance? It's got to give me distance. Come on. Oh, 8.47 light seconds. So I think these are just close enough that my detectors are able to just pick it up. No Earth worlds. That's the other. No valuable planets, or what I would consider valuable planets. I'm looking for water worlds, Earth worlds, and ammonia planets. Because those are worth the most amount of money, and that's kind of what I've decided is my arbitrary threshold for what I'm going to go scan to get money for exploration. Because money's not really an issue for me. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and I have enough resources to go make all kinds of money doing shipping and stuff if I really need the money. Okay, let's see. If you would be interested in... Okay, I don't think we saw any biological features in any of those. If you would be interested in watching a space trucking series for this, I may be willing to do that. Some people find it more people watch the American Truck Simulator. Not my American Truck Simulator. I do have a series over there if you like that. But people do watch American Truck Simulator. A lot of people watch American Truck Simulator. A lot of people watch truck drivers driving down the road because they enjoy that process. You know, some people just enjoy the commerce aspect of things. So, if we finish up here and there's not really enough engagement for that, I would consider going and hopping over onto my, it's that big Imperial one. What's it called? It's escaping my brain. How many bodies were here? I'm talking and not paying attention. Is it going to be here? Doesn't seem like it. There's one body that we haven't discovered, and I'm not getting a signal from. All right, we're not wasting our time then. Let's move on. What's that? It's the biggest Imperial one. You got the Imperial Courier, and then you got the Imperial. It's a boat name. It's a boat name. What the? It's just not coming to me. It's not coming to me. It just refuses. It's that big, beautiful, crazy-looking white one. Clipper. No, the Clipper is the smaller one. What's the big one? Or is it? Is the Clipper the big one? I don't remember. We got the Imperial Courier, the Clipper. It's just I can't remember. Anyways, the point is that I have that, and I have it fully outfitted for trade because that is absolutely the best trade option available because of the cargo capacity combined with the jump distance that you can get out of it, even with all that cargo. And then, well, it's not from a cargo capacity standpoint. It's a nice balance between. It has the perfect balance for me, at least, between. Oh, we're not doing that. Between jump range, maneuverability, and cargo capacity. Obviously, the Type 9 Heavy is going to be the king of how much stuff you can cram into a ship, but it turns like a pig, and I'm not interested in messing with that. So I generally run around with my Imperial, whatever it is. It just, I know I'm pretty sure it starts with a C, and it's just not coming to me. But anyways, like I've been trying to say for the past 2 or 3 minutes probably, if you guys are less interested in exploration and would like to see I guess a money grind, doing a bunch of, you're not going to see me do a bunch of combat. For me, combat gets boring really fast. The combat in this game is just, it's not fun to me. I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people, really enjoy it. And those of you who are super into like fighting and stuff like that are probably like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? But I don't know. For me, I don't want to say it's not that it's too easy, because it's not. It's just as repetitive as everything else, and I don't know. I can't really describe why I'm not particularly interested in it. I guess it's never been something that appealed to me that much. It's fun for the first like 5 minutes, and then after that I'm just like, it's not something that makes me feel like I can grind on it for a long time. I'm sure other people who are super into the combat element of everything are probably, perfectly fine with grinding on blowing things up for a long time. I like to feel like I'm moving around somewhere, so exploration appeals to me. Space trucking kind of appeals to me, because you're kind of moving around. You're kind of moving around as you go. And for me, I got into this game less for space combat and more for just experiencing being in space. I also don't mind mining too much either. I have an Orca set up for deep core mining, so that's another option if you guys have an interest in doing something other than exploration, if that doesn't end up being the thing that people want to see. I am not opposed to giving the public what they want. This 20 bodies is too many. Let's move on to the next one. Well, let's first check. Okay, yeah, nobody's scanned it. We're going to be running into a lot of systems where nobody did any scanning. So, there's a couple of options for other things that we could do in Elite Dangerous. The mining aspect is kind of fun because you don't know what you're going to find when you get there. You have an idea of what you're going to find, but you don't know where you're going to find it, how much of it you're going to find. And the deep core mining actually requires a fair bit of skill to do. So I have a fair bit of fun doing the the decor mining with my Orca, because my Orca is super maneuverable, but it's also really big, and it can carry a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got a couple things here, but none of it's particularly interesting. Let's move on to the next system. You know what? I always forget that we still need to check this for the valuable planets. Okay, so yeah, enough about that. I don't know. I just exploration is, you know, I'm a Star Trek nerd, so exploration is always going to be my first interest. But you know, it depends on whether the YouTube algorithm puts this video in front of people, puts these videos in front of people who have an interest in this kind of gameplay. So that's number one. That's the first barrier. Number two, you know, is the exploration in this game enough to hold an audience? Probably not, especially because there's no way for me to really cut this content in a way that maintains any kind of continuity. It would just end up being a bunch of random, oh, here's the thing, oh, here's the thing, oh, here's the thing, oh, here's the thing, and you guys aren't going to get any kind of a sense of journey or progression out of it that way. So I don't know what the solution to that could be. We got a gas giant there. Frameshift drive charging. How many bodies was it? 15? We could probably do that. What's this? Big gas giant. Okay. Lots of gas giants in this system. It's like it's all gas giants. No features for that one. Seems like they're all really far away. Big gas giant. It's like gas giant city here. This is insane. Alright, there's only a few more bodies left. Now I gotta wait for my adaptive zoom error to... Oh! How far away is this one? I'm gonna follow my rule of not going after single biology planets. Or moons, or single biology bodies. Nothing there. Geological 3, that's not really what we're looking for. Alright, well, unfortunately, there was nothing particularly interesting here, but at least we got some scans out of it. Let's continue moving on. How many more jumps do we have? 220 more jumps until we get to Sagittarius A star. That's going to be another, like, 10 or 15 episodes. We generally get between, I think we generally get between, like, 10 or 15 jumps per episode that we do here. Because, you know, there's a lot of systems that just don't have anything that's worth our time in it. You gotta be willing to move on and not waste a bunch of time scanning systems that are gonna take way too much time and then you end up not getting anything. I feel like the 10 to 15 max system scan range is probably pretty good. Your mileage may vary, it kind of just depends on what your particular goals are. For me, I want to mix between getting to our destination and actually finding things. So that's my arbitrary number.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Off we go. And then, you know, we get towards the 20-minute mark and I got to start looking for a place to land. So even if we don't find any biology along the way, I don't like to just log out in space. There's no reason you can't. I know there's no reason you can't. It's perfectly safe to just log out in space, but for a sense of realism for, you know, quote, going to sleep for the night, I'd rather set down on a body and have the ship parked and shut down and turned off and all that. So that's personal preference, kind of a role-playing thing, not necessarily something you actually have to do, so.
System scan complete.
Don't you just love it when you go into a system and there's only 2 bodies? That's sarcasm.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's sarcasm. Wouldn't it be nice if they had the long jump I've been asking for? We could minimize the number of times we have to do this. And then I could make nice cuts in the game where, you know, we jump in and then I sit in this little loading animation here for 2 or 3 minutes until we exhaust our fuel. Then as we're about to come out, I pop out, I pull the recording back and we pop into the system, do a deep, detailed scan because we're only getting, you know, we're only getting 1 out of every 7 or 8 systems that we would normally fly through. Or even better, if they gave us... Oh, hold on. Even better if they gave us the... Hold on, what am I trying to do? Okay, I was just trying to check out. Even better if they gave us the version of interstellar travel that has us traveling just like we are right now, but on a galactic zone, rather than having to hop from star to star. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of this hop from star to star thing. It doesn't feel, it lacks a certain feeling of freedom that I want. I know technically we can go anywhere, but the fact that I have to pick a star to hop to. I can't just fly out into space and go where I want. Not getting very lucky on this one. Lots of just stars or lots and lots of bodies that I'm not willing to stop and scan.
Frameshift drive charging.
But we are starting to get this nice little star field happening over here, so it's a very clear indication that we're getting closer to the center of the galaxy, because those stars are starting to get brighter and brighter as we continue to jump more and more. That's bright. Okay, anybody scan this yet? Ooh. Aw. Aw, come on. I know that's not a landable planet, so... Aw, that sucks. Alright, well, are any of these water worlds? It looks like one of them might be. Nope. Well, that's super frustrating. Hold on, but how many planets were there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yeah, that's all of them. All right, moving on. That was such a tease. Ooh, look at that nebula over there. I like nebulas. They look so cool.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Scan. 16 bodies. Nothing here. Let's finish fueling up. We'll stop and check, and we'll go ahead and do a quick scan of the area. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any valuable planets here, but let's check and see if there's any good biology. Nothing on that one. No features. No features. What is it? Still no features. Come on. Give us something. No features. Still no features. No features. I'm not getting the warm fuzzy that we're gonna get anything for this. Okay. No. Dude, you guys are killing me with this. Give me a biological signature. Come on. Gimme. Well, these are our last two. Nothing and nothing. Ugh, it's so frustrating to go through all of that and get nothing. And it was like at the very upper limit of what I'm willing to scan. This right here is why. Because imagine if we had done like 30 or 40, and then it ended up being nothing. Because there's a bunch of systems out there where you have like 30 or 40 bodies, and they're all just nothing. Nothing special to scan, nothing special to land on, nothing. You spend twice as much time as we just did, and I ran out of patience halfway through that. So I don't know. It's the grind of this game, and you know, I really wish that they would come out with some updates to the exploration model that makes it a little bit less annoying. But you know, that's everybody's complaint about this game. About pretty much every aspect of it is just the grind aspect of it. The company that made this game clearly believes in the idea. Clearly believes in the idea that anything worth having is worth grinding for, and it's like, ugh. I disagree. Sorry. There are very few things in life worth grinding for, and a video game is not one of them. Okay. Geological. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for biology. You guys are killing me here. Come on. RNG is not being kind to us. All right, but we do need to start looking for planets to land on. So actually, we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we'll go land on this guy, I think. Did any of these have a biology on it? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess we'll land on him, and then we'll see what's there. I keep forgetting not to press escape. Ugh, it's kind of far away. All right, well, I'll cut until we're pretty close. We'll do our scan, we'll land, and then grab probably whatever bacteria this ends up being. Okay, here we are at the planet. Let's go ahead and, well, a little too soon there. I don't know why I thought I was close enough. I always remember it's 0.15 light seconds is kind of the generic range that this works at. There we go. Not always. Okay, 7 probes. 2. It's a big boy then. 3, 4, 5, 6 should be enough. And then there's only one thing on here, so there's no point in waiting for a filter. So let's, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Keyboard throttle at this point.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Oh. I always do that. Okay, I think this plane up there is probably, if it's a plane, it's hard to tell. The coloring is deceptive. It makes it seem like it's going to be flat ground, but then a lot of times it just isn't. So let's go ahead and we'll head over to this part of it.
Orbital flight engaged.
Just got to be careful to make sure we're down to slow enough before we hit the drop zone, the drop portion. Because the last thing I want is to take more damage coming in too fast, because this game is stupid about the way it does gliding into planets. If I put it onto the auto throttle portion of it, it should just glide me in. I shouldn't have to do all this tweaking it. It's more of this manual stuff where they decided, oh well, this is a gameplay thing. It's gonna make you interact with the ship more, blah blah. It's like, no, I have a ship that's supposed to be like super advanced. It should do these things for me. This is not stuff I should have to do myself, unless like systems are broken. I disagree with this philosophy of because it's a game, we need to make it as interactive as no, we're flying spaceships here. Super advanced, crazy spaceships. I should not have to do all of this manual stuff that you're making me do. It breaks my immersion. All right. Ugh. Chugging hard on this. Let's see here. We'll look around for a second, and if we don't see any... we don't see anything. I mean, we're supposed to see it here. It's hard to tell because the ground is kind of frozen, it seems like, and it glitters. So sometimes I'll see a sheen on something, and then it turns out to be nothing. Oh, is that... that's what it is. That was one. Oh. All right. Well, I'm just going to land here. We're going to go ahead and just be done. I'm not particularly interested in bacteria anyway. So we're going to go ahead and just be done. My graphics are kind of chugging right now, and I don't feel like dealing with that for 3 different species. So anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button if you did, so that it will push the video, so the YouTube algorithm will push the video out to more viewers. We want to get as many people along for the ride as we can as we approach Sagittarius A star. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed. And I do have channel memberships available now for those of you who have an interest in supporting me as a content creator. Be sure to click that join button so you can see what perks will be offered to you should you choose to join up as a channel member. And if you would prefer to do Patreon, I do have a Patreon over there. I will offer the same perks to Patreon members as I do to those who subscribe to the channel. And I actually think I need to go over and adjust my Patreon to make sure it's the same price. So anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.